Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and set this camera back to 1000 shutter speed and 10 f-stop and 125 ISO. And that's just going to give us a fairly neutral image here. You can see how the top of the box is planar. It's in line and parallel to this ground plane, and how they kind of just dissolve into one another, which is an issue because I can't see that that's actually a box. But if I come up here and go to materials, which is the M, we have several different options that are available to us to kind of start to change up these two materials between plane and object. And if I go ahead and this is our default material, this is what we're using in the scene. I can preview it here and just see, oh, it's just this natural flat gray. If I right click on scene materials, I can add a material, and there's a couple different options, well, 4 of them. We're just looking to add a Vray material. So here's our new material. I'm going to rename it new material. Click out of it, and we have some options here. If we go to diffuse, this is the color of the object. It's gray. I'm going to use the most awesome-tastic orange, something like that. Yeah, it's looking great. And then I can click this, and there's a couple ways to do it. I prefer to click the object I want to have the new material on, click my new material, right click, and go apply material to object, or objects if I had a couple selected. So now if I come back and render, there we go. Now I have an orange box on a gray field. But we also have some other options in here. We can change the transparency. Transparency goes from black, which is completely opaque, to white, which is completely transparent. Anything along this side. If I did red, it's only going to be looking at its kind of a black and white value. You can see here, the value here is 0, here is 255, and as I move around, this value is the same. If I just slide across, it remains constant. So really, black and white is the only thing you need to be concerned with. So if I go a fairly light gray, maybe even lighter than that, and render, we kind of get a glass-like effect. I mean, we're not entirely glass, but we can see through the box. Well, that's not what we're going for right now, so we'll go ahead and go back to black. We can look at more. We can pull down more options here. Right now, if we were to render, you can see this box is just kind of a flat, orange box on a gray field. But if I wanted to turn on reflections, I can right-click and add a layer. Then it gives me this tab here, and I can look at my reflection options. Again, I can look for black to white, to how reflective that surface is. We'll leave it white. And refraction layers. This is how the light bounces around within the object itself. Again, black to white, we have transparency. This is incident of refraction. You can change around this value, but this was fine. We can again update our new material, and we can see you can pick up on the fact that it has some polish to it. So if we render again, yeah, it looks pretty constant. So let's come in a little closer, see if we can get a better view on it, and maybe we can pick up on these reflections and refractions. No, it's not really doing much for me. So what I want to go ahead and do is just to give something on the scene that it could actually, help reflect and refract. So if I build another box here, I'm going to rotate it so that it just is sitting next to its friend. I'll apply the same material to it. Then we can get in and kind of look here at the new scene, position the camera somewhere nice, render again. And here we're starting to see, there's shadows, but then I'm also seeing this small box reflected in the big box. You start to see kind of edges here, and shadows are bouncing around. So we're starting to see some nice characteristics. We're going to look some more at new ways to apply materials and ways to import existing materials in the next video.